The Vee Trades technical analysis course is now live. Learn to read the chart the right way to prevent costly mistakes. Click the link below to start training now. What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I will be doing a technical analysis breakdown for ChainLink, Near Protocol, and Solana coins. This was a viewer's request, and thank you for your donation. If you want a chart analysis guaranteed to be done, please read the description below. Also, take a second to give the video a like and subscribe for more chart analysis. I appreciate it very much. This video is for entertainment purposes only, does not constitute any financial advice. I will first go over what I see in the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. So today I'm going to be looking at 3 altcoins because that's what the donator requested. They requested one large video for the 3 requests. So the first one we're going to take a look at is ChainLink, and we're going to look at the other coins too, also on the daily and weekly charts. So let's start by looking at ChainLink / BTC on the Binance exchange. You can see that I believe I did this analysis. I'm not sure if I made a video for this or not, but either way, I did analysis for this a few weeks ago or a few days ago, whatever. And I think the measure move target I was looking at is met right at that 2547 level. Let's go over that right now. So we had this downtrend right here. You see that we had this nice little downtrend. Let's say this is the downtrend right here. I'm going to make this a little bit steeper. So we had this yellow downtrend, then we broke outside this channel. Normally we make 2 attempts at a new low, and this was the first attempt lower, and you can see that prices were struggling to go higher, and we made the second attempt lower because prices were finding resistance right at this level right here at the 3299, and prices made the second attempt lower. We even exceeded it to reach the starting point of this entire up move, so which is right about here. So that's where we're seeing a bounce. So after seeing a downtrend and 2 legs down at a reversal area, we could see a bounce up, at least temporarily. Show you guys where to. So we had that downtrend kind of played out. So prices were in this range pattern right here. Since we broke outside the range, we're probably going to come back to test it for resistance, or we're going to break through it and maybe rally higher. So we don't know which one's going to occur because the downtrend is already played out. If it wasn't, I would be expecting it to fail and then go lower, but this is played out, we could do both now. But what's more likely to occur is prices still continuing to trend lower, because there is this measured move right here that's not been reached. This was in one entire move down, and if you can see, if I drag it over, the market is still looking to be in the formation of reaching this measured move target at the 2273 level, which is near this prior strong support. So we'll see where the market can reverse prices. Maybe it'll come down to the very strong support right over here where the measure move is, for prices to reverse. But as right now, this is another potential target that traders are looking at. The other one was met, so we're seeing a bounce, but this one is still in play. And we could see a bounce possibly to the bottom side of this range. So if we see some type of pattern like this, a 2-legged pullback to the bottom side of the range, that tells me that the bulls tried to break through this range 2 times but failed, or they try to break into this range 2 times but failed. And if we do something twice, and most likely, and if it fails, most likely we'll do the opposite, which is go down. So that's what I'm expecting to occur. A 2-legged pullback to the bottom side of the range at the 2955 level, which will lead to continuation to the downside to reach this longer term measurement target. Now let's say we don't get that nice little 2-legged pullback. We can make 2 large moves higher, maybe something like this. Then the bulls successfully came inside of this yellow range, and you don't want to go short anymore because now the bulls looking strong, and we could rally higher, possibly to the top side of the range, and maybe even see a complete reversal. So again, it would invalidate the setup, so the short setup, if we had 2 large rallies. But I'm not expecting that to occur. I'm expecting 2 small rallies to lead to lower prices. So that's how I'm looking at Link BTC on the daily chart. It's still looking kind of weak, and all these altcoins are going to be just representing the strength of Bitcoin pretty much right now, because if Bitcoin is going up, these coins will continue to drop lower. and it looks like that is going to be occurring, but probably not in the short term. Short term, it looks like Bitcoin is getting kind of topped out, and we can see a pullback, and these altcoins are looking kind of bottomed out, and we can see a reversal. Not a actual bottom, but a bottom meaning a overextension on the bottom side. Here's the weekly chart for Link BTC, and you can see that this is the entire price action of this coin since 2017. We had this massive pop-up higher in 2020, and looks like the balloon is deflating, or the bubble is deflating, and we're going back down to the starting point of this entire down move. And near the all-time lows is right over here. I'll mark it with a horizontal line, and you can see that we still have a little bit more to go towards these support levels right over here at the all-time lows. And why do I think we can get there? Because on a larger scale, we're doing the same thing I showed you guys on the daily chart. So here is the downtrend on a larger scale, downtrend break. We made the first attempt lower right here, and we are currently in the formation of the second attempt, and that will take prices right to the 524 level, which is near the all-time lows right back over here. So still looks kind of bearish for Link BTC. I'm not really looking for anything crazy to occur. I mean, could we see another possible leg up higher? Maybe something like this. Yeah, that is possible, but right now we're not getting any support here, and there is overhead resistance even if we see that rally higher. So I think all these altcoins are looking bearish, even Link BTC. You can see that we're still mostly below the EMA, and the EMA is acting as overhead resistance. You know, it's not like we're just, you know, chopping right through it like it's not existing. Right now EMA is being respected, so this tells me that we're probably gonna see lower prices. Measure move targets are still pointing lower, and at least in the short term we're probably gonna get a bounce, but in the medium to long term there's a good chance that prices continue to drop unless something drastically changes on the chart. We're probably gonna be knocking out these all-time lows for the downtrend, and then we're gonna probably see a move down towards the measure move target and the horizontal line at the 252 level. So that's what I'm looking at right now in the short to medium term, expecting a bounce up higher because Bitcoin is looking overextended, and the altcoins are looking also overextended on the bottom side, Bitcoin on the top side. So we should see a little bounce up higher. There's a good chance we're gonna find resistance, which will lead to lower prices, and these are my targets once we probably start seeing prices drop lower. Again, if we see a massive rally, then we probably gotta look in the opposite direction. Maybe something in the chart has changed, or something changed fundamentally, or something like that, some catalyst. But either way, prices look like they will probably continue to drop lower. So that's all I have for Link BTC, and we're going to be taking at near protocol next. And here we have the daily chart for near slash BTC on the Binance exchange, and you can see how this crypto is even more bearish than the previous one. You can see how a lot of red bars on this chart, and the pullbacks for the bulls are very small. So this is really bearish. You can see that we were in a downtrend for quite a long time, but this is the one that we will draw out. You can see that we've been in a downtrend for quite a long time, since pretty much January of last year, but we're going to be looking at this one right here. So we had a downtrend, a break, and we are getting the 2 attempts lower. So currently looks like we just made the first one down. So if you see a pullback, there is a chance to get a move down this large again. So it could be quite a fall for near BTC. So right now we just broke outside of this small little double bottom right over here. So prices will probably attempt to rally out of there. So there's a good chance it will fail. So we'll probably see a two-legged pullback to this level. We might go a little bit more lower, it looks like, before seeing this, or we can get it right now. But either way, the EMA will have time to catch up and act as resistance, and most likely this level right here that was broken will act as resistance for prices to continue to drop down lower. So I'm also bearish on near BTC, but in the short term, meaning next couple of days to a couple of weeks, we should see prices rally, and then probably see continuation to the downside. So medium to long term, meaning a couple of months to 6 months, there's a good chance we probably see lower prices for near BTC as right now, when I'm looking on the chart. So looking very bearish also for near BTC. We have a downtrend break, This is the first attempt lower, and we can get another attempt down after a pullback. So I'm expecting a pullback and then another flush down lower. So that's all I see on the daily chart. It's very bearish, and you can see here's the weekly chart. We pretty much came back all the way to the all-time lows on this altcoin. I'll mark it with the horizontal line. You can see how this one is very close to its all-time lows, and the prior one was getting there. So all these altcoins look to be coming near the all-time lows, majority of them, and this one's almost there. So there's not really a lot of stopping it until this all-time lows are met. So this is also looking pretty bearish because the EMA is acting as overhead resistance. We can't push through it, and we still continue to trend down lower. So we're probably gonna be coming to this swing right here fairly shortly at the 5583, and the next one is right around the 4454. So between these two levels will be a potential bottom area, possibly. This is where prices bottom in the past, and it could be a potential bottom again in the future. So the past, bulls were defending this level. They liked this price level for some reason. They did not let the bears drop it any lower. So the bears are coming back to that price level. So let's see if the bulls will defend it one more time to see that rally. So this tells me, all coins are probably going to be still, probably going down, and Bitcoin potentially going up. And then we might see a switch, or we'll have to wait and see. But as of right now, this is also looking like it's going to probably continue to drop down lower. I'm looking for that small little pullback, and that's if we get the pullback. We could just continue to drop down lower before getting the pullback. But either way, this is looking pretty bearish. I'm looking for the 5583 and then the 4454 level to be reached. I don't see anything telling me that we're going to reverse as of right now. So that's everything I have for the NEAR protocol, NEAR/BTC on the Binance exchange. And the last cryptocurrency today we're going to be looking at is Solana. And here we have the daily chart for Solana/Bitcoin, SOLBTC on the Binance exchange. Here is the daily chart, and this would be the last crypto we're going to be looking at for today. So this one is not looking as bearish as the prior ones, but it probably will play out to the downside also. Just based on Bitcoin looking bullish in the medium term, and also the other alts looking bearish in the medium to long term. So we had a nice rally right here, but then the bulls are struggling to make a new high. You can see that we had a attempt right here and a second attempt. This is all just one big one, and then prices rallied lower, and then bulls try to rally one more time and fail. So the bulls tried multiple times to get above this high. So all we had was a huge pop up. So this is technically a gap up, and you can see the gap is being filled. It's not a actual gap, meaning an empty space on the chart, but these large moves are gaps. So you can see that prices gap down right here, and the bulls were trying to fill most of it, but failed. And now it looks like this gap up, or this impulse higher, is going to be filled right to the starting point at the 60-90 level. So it looks like the bears are slowly coming back down to the support levels, possibly inside of this channel right here. And you can see that we are near the support side of the channel right over here. So we could see a pullback even after seeing these two legs down. So we had two legs down, we're near the support side of the channel, so we could see maybe a couple attempts higher, but I would be expecting this to fail and lead to lower prices, because this 93.48 will be acting as a potential resistance level, because we just broke right through it and found resistance. So we could see a couple attempts higher that fails, and then probably leading to lower prices. Now that's if that occurs. Sometimes you will be expecting this setup to occur, and you won't even get it. Sometimes the market will just drop down lower, and that's the market. You don't get exactly what you want in this type of thing where you can't even control anything. You just have to react and go based on what you get. You don't get to control anything in the market. We don't get to control where it goes and set up perfectly and all this stuff, but this is probably the play right here. If I was trading this chart, looking to the downside, looking for a failure for the bulls to go down lower. So this is the potential thing I'll be looking at. This is looking bearish. It's been looking bearish for a long time. So there's a good chance we probably see lower prices too. Also on SOL BTC. Now let's take a look at the weekly chart. Now here's the weekly chart. And prices are attempting, or actually in the formation of the second leg down. So this was the downtrend right here. Prices made the first attempt lower, and then we had a pullback, and we are in the formation of the second leg. So we don't actually have to perfectly reach this mesh move target right here. We did come pretty close, but it looks like bulls failed to rally higher, so they had their chance to rally higher, but it's failing. So it looks like they're going to be probably taken out, because now they're on the wrong side of the the big money. The big money looks like it wants to drop prices lower, so it's probably going to be coming back to this swing right here at the 69.25 level, probably even breaking it at the 4.886 level to come back down to also the all-time lows and reach the measure move target at the 1401 level. So these are potential targets I'm looking at because of the bulls' failure to break up higher. And also you can see this resistance level is very strong at the EMA. Every time we come up to it, it sends prices down, and it has been the case since this entire bear market. So it looks like all the altcoins I showed you guys today are looking very similar. We had a huge pop up. Looks like the bubble is deflating, and we're coming back down to the all-time lows. It's still looking pretty bearish, so I'd be expecting lower price targets. But in the short term, we could see, a small rally higher, and that's if we get that. But again, the next couple of weeks to the next couple of months, I think there's a good chance for prices to continue dropping lower until these targets are met. So that's all I have for these crypto charts today. Thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. Make sure to check out the rest of the channel, since you might be surprised what you can learn. Leave a comment down below on where you think prices are headed. Also share the video if you want your friends to learn about the markets. Lastly, I appreciate any feedback to help improve the channel, since I want to deliver great content to you guys. See you next time, and bye.